Hello, and welcome to the ADHD Operating Manual, the podcast for high functioning ADHD women. I am Coach Jen. I'll be your host today and every day that you're listening to this podcast. So, I'm going to start off our second episode with the heavy hitter, one that people on the gram responded well to. And if you're watching on YouTube, you may see that yes, I am balancing my podcast mic on a stack of tarot cards because I don't have anything else to make it closer so y'all can hear me better. There you go. Real life. We're doing things messy. That's the whole point here of having ADHD is to fight perfectionism, do it differently, do it messy. So let's talk about when ADHDers get a bad case of the I don't want us. So that's so real, and this happens so often. And I think the most frustrating piece for high functioning folks is that we know we can crush it in certain like high pressure areas, certain high visibility areas, but it comes to like balancing the budget or doing the laundry or cleaning the dishes or even just ordering or making dinner, and we're like, this is the worst, right? So that's you. If you felt this, keep listening. I have some solutions for you. So that's kind of like the symptom. The symptom is that like whininess, that like, oh, I don't want to do it. The I don't have any, motivation. And a trigger word for me, if you mention it, is motivation, because I don't think that motivation exists, honestly. I think sometimes we get like a burst of something, but I don't think it's motivation. And whenever we wait for it, oh, y'all, we are fucked. So let's talk about how to do it without motivation. The first one, the first tool that I call, the first tool is called borrow the energy. And this is an ADHD thing you've heard is that we need external pressure, external accountability. So for me, even I will do, so for one-on-one clients, I host body doubling sessions. You've heard of ADHD body doubling. If you haven't, essentially it is having someone in the same space as you while you do something. And that can be virtually, that can be a FaceTime, that can be a phone call. So sometimes I will do body doubling or like borrowing the energy from someone with my coach or with a client or during a body doubling session where literally I have a Zoom link, I send it out, people show up and we just go on mute. We say, we wave hello first and then we go on mute and we do the thing, whatever it is. So for me, oftentimes it is adding in some of the podcast stuff, like the nitty gritty back end stuff that I just is ignoring and no dopamine, but I know that I like to put out the podcast, so I got to do it. Sometimes it's budgeting, sometimes it's working on, client notes here and there. And so the things that I don't want to do, and some people literally they turn on the video and they walk away and they go like clean their home or they go do laundry. So that's the concept here that I want you to practice. The skill, the tool is borrowing the energy. And again, I'm sure you may have done this like subconsciously. That may be that you always call your best friend while you're walking around and picking up things in the house or whatever that is. So you can do that formally through body doubling, through hiring a coach. You can do it informally by, just like having a friend come over and say, "Hey, want to come over for coffee?" And that motivates you to clean your living room. Amazing. I love that. And if you have a bestie who understands ADHD or an ADHD bestie, even better, I would recommend having them come over for things. So like, hey, can you come just sit on my couch while I clean? Or can you come just sit in the bedroom while I go through my clothing? Anything like that, that's kind of like, okay, I need to borrow the energy. That's the first tool I want you to try on. The second one, again, we're trying to take action before motivation arrives. So the second one is starting smaller. So this one is, I think, an over given but under explained ADHD Jedi hack. So you always hear on the webs like, oh, break it down, right? Break it down, break it down, break it down, make it a SMART goal, make it all that. I want to explain it in a better way. So essentially, ADHD brains think in piles. We see the whole thing. We see every single little minute step. But our external self says, oh, clean the bathroom. Oh, do taxes. Oh, sign up kid for summer camp, whatever it is. We treat it externally as one to do. And that's our first mistake because our brain is super smart and it clocks that is not one to do. So the symptom of this, the whole I don't wanna, but the other symptom is avoiding something where you're like, oh my gosh, why do I keep avoiding? Why does it keep going to the next day until it's on fire, right? We want to avoid that whole on fire thing because it's extremely stressful for us. So the key that like the canary in the coal mine that's saying, hey, yo, something's wrong here is you're avoiding it or you're getting the I don't want us. The tool to use is to start smaller and start a lot smaller. So again, you think cleaning the bathroom, you've been putting it off, you need to do it, you're like, oh, I don't want to do it. And finally, okay, I gotta do it. But really, cleaning the bathroom is seven different tasks. It is finding the cleaning supplies, number one. It is wiping down the counters. It is wiping down the toilets. It is wiping the mirrors. It is wiping handles. It is vacuuming the floor, whatever it is. That alone, your brain knows that. So you have to take a second to go, hey, brain, why are we resisting this? We're resisting cleaning the bathroom. Oh, it's because you see the pile of it and it's very overwhelming and we don't want to do that. Fuck that. Go and doom scroll. So you go, okay, well, what's the first step? What's the first step? Get the cleaning supplies. Awesome. Let's just do that today. Sometimes that's enough to get the brain in the car, enough to start motivation rolling and to keep going. Sometimes it's not, and you just do the one thing, but that still is progress towards your goal, right? So the very smallest step, will start noticing when you're avoiding something and go, okay, what's the very smallest step that I can do? My kid is attending a few summer camps here that requires a lot of paperwork, gathering doctor's records and all the sign up things and picking out lunches and all the things. So sign up kid for summer camp is not just one thing. And I realized that. So my first task was, and I took the time again, I'm like, I am avoiding this. Why am I avoiding this? Like, I know they want to go and I'm excited to have her go. So I found out the websites. I was at literally pulled up the websites and I was like, okay. And the next day I clicked on the link to sign up and I got a just like, hey, what do I need to get? Okay, I need to get these three things. Awesome. So I got the one thing the next day. And then, right? So that's kind of how we think about starting smaller. Your brain is resisting it, you're avoiding it. So the key here is to start smaller. That's the whole point here. All right. Then the next thing we're going to think about is one of my favorite hacks is to do it grumpy. So you will hear this one over and over and over in my social media feed, everywhere else, because it's so funny. Like the whole thing, we get so serious about it. We're like, oh my gosh, why can't I do the thing? We get all dramatic about it. And it's like, bro, if you just took a second and you were like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to control for my mood. I don't need to be in a good mood for this. I'm just going to fucking do it grumpy. And I've had a couple of comments on social media on Instagram where people will say, oh, but that then makes me go in a bad mood and then I get dysregulated. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get it. But also, like when you're doing it grumpy, you're kind of doing it like lighthearted, whiny, like dramatic grumpy. Like you're not actually probably mad about it, like angry about it. You're more just like, oh, fine. I'll put my dumbass shoes on to go on my stupid ass walk because apparently it's good for me. So dumb. And you may stomp around the neighborhood and you get it done. And this one is actually a really good one for kids too. So if you have kids, highly, highly, highly recommend the doing it grumpy method where you don't control for their mood. Because again, I have a teenager. She is showing, sometimes shows this like major attitude for little shit that I'm like, really? And what I want to do is to be like, are you serious right now? Da, 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 and like match her mood. But in the end, what I end up doing, it's okay. You don't have to want to do it. You just need to go do it. And I need to go do it now. And so she's allowed to like go and like be whiny about it. Obviously, she's not gonna call me names or anything, but she's allowed to be grumpy about it. That's fine. I don't control for my mood. I don't control for her mood as long as the thing gets done. So try doing it grumpy. All right. Again, the problem we have is the I don't wannas, is delaying those to-dos that seemingly are easy. The skill we're developing is taking action before motivation arrives. And the tool we're using, we got three of them in this one. So the first one is borrowing energy. So body double, invite someone over, hop on a Zoom with someone, call someone while you're doing the thing. The second one is starting smaller. So starting with the very smallest minute step to get going, because your brain sees it in a very overwhelming mountainous pile. You need to take a second and put it in linear fashion of first this, then this, and then start smaller. And the last one, do it grumpy. That's my favorite one. Really, truly, honestly. Like just when I'm like, it's okay to whine. I'm just gonna be like, I don't want to do these notes. I don't want to do the budget. I don't want to do any of this. Okay, fine. And sometimes like even with do it grumpy, I'll add in like a little treat for myself. Like, okay, I'm gonna put on my like favorite podcast or my favorite playlist, or I'm gonna light the fun candle. Like, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna enjoy it, but I'm gonna do it. I especially use honestly that one during workouts. Literally in between every session, I'm like, or every set, I'm like, I don't want to do this. And then the timer goes off and I'm like, all right, here we go. So sometimes just getting it out really helps. I hope this was helpful. This is one of the skills that I teach in my ADHD operating manual guide. You can comment down below the word guide. That's super helpful for me then to drop you the link, or you can go to the link in my podcast bio and find the guide there. And it's just 25 bucks. And you know what? Because you're listening to this, let me shoot you a little gift here. If you use FiveOff, FIVEOFF, one word at checkout, you'll save $5. So how about that? How about that? Yeah, that's what I got for you today. I hope you are enjoying this so far. Find me on the social medias, Coach Jen T. Johnson. Grab that guide, the ADHD operating manual. It is very helpful, breaks these down verbally, as well as gives you a little walkthrough video and a few more tools as well. So you can find that at the link in the podcast bio and in the show notes. And yeah, I'm super excited to hear. Keep tuning in. Let me know what you want to hear more of, and I will be there for you. And let's talk on the next episode. Cool. All right, I'll see you there.